Hello everyone, this is my midterm devlog, and so I'm just going to be going over some of the work that I've been doing over the past couple weeks. So, to start off with week one, I gave myself the task of working on the title screen for our game. Up until this point, we've had a placeholder title screen that we've been using, and so I figured it was about time for our game to get an actual title screen. Now, I wanted this screen to convey a lot of the themes in our game. I wanted it to convey the horror aspect, but also conveying the streamer aspect as well. So I sketched out a couple things before I settled on this design right here. To me, this design captures a lot of the elements of our game. Obviously, you got the school in the background. You have a bunch of missing persons posters on a pole there, and then you have the chat, which would be animated on the title screen. And so that was what I did for week one. And in terms of week two, I tasked myself with creating the second fleshy entity in our game. Now, originally, for this entity, basically the way it works is the entity charges towards the player, or it moves towards the player when the player isn't looking at them. So something similar to like a weeping angel from Doctor Who. And I wanted to take some inspiration from biblically accurate angels because I thought that would fit with the whole body horror theme. However, something that I realized is that biblically accurate angels have a lot of eye imagery on them, which was sort of a problem because our first entity already had a lot of eye imagery. So this would kind of be a problem and it would most likely confuse the player. So I decided to go for something different. I sketched out a couple ideas here for different kinds of creepy designs with wings, and eventually I settled on this design. Again, lots of body horror elements, lots of hands and faces, and then at the end of the week, I sketched everything in and gave it a bunch of gave it color, added the shading to it, and yeah, that was my task for week two. Going into week three, we decided that we were going to change some things. We wanted to change the way that our eye entity worked because the so far the only visual piece of visual feedback that the entity gave was that the color just changed, and so we wanted there to be something a little bit more substantial for that. So we decided to have eyes pulsating out of the walls in our level, and so I worked on a design for that. I did two different designs for it. I did one that was just a singular eye, and then another one that was three eyes all squished together. So that way there was some variety when the player's walking and they see the eyes on the wall. And I also had to make a rat exploding animation for our game because basically we have this cutscene that shows the player, if you're inside of a locker with the eye monster, then you're safe. But if you're not, then you will get hurt. And so I had to make a rat running animation and a rat exploding animation, unfortunately. So after that was done, we moved into week four. Now, week four, I unfortunately did get sick, so some of my progress wasn't as, it was a bit slower. I had to take a couple days off just to recover and recuperate. But when I was feeling a bit better, I decided to start working more on the eye animations. So I have the animations of it popping out of the wall. When it initially comes for the player, it pops out of the wall. I did that for the three eyes as well, and then I did animations for both of the eyes, the triple one and the singular one, of them looking around, and also the pupils shrinking. So I did multiple animations for those, and I put them all into PNGs, formatted them all, did the same thing with the rat animations as well, got those all in PNGs, and they are nice and organized with naming conventions and all. And then this kind of also led into week five as well. Week five was sort of me trying to get caught up, and so I was once again organizing all of the assets and making sure that those animations had good naming conventions. And I put them also in the Discord as well, so that way they could be implemented into our game. And yeah, so week 5 was kind of my catch-up week to make sure that all the animations were nice and clean, nice and crisp. Yeah, so that was my devlog for my midterm submission.